Nice view.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
It's not bad, yeah. Good place to get away.
It's worthy of a National League Most Valuable Player. The view from Christian Yelich's beachfront home in Malibu in the off-season is in many ways a California dream come true. The visual equivalent of how the reigning National League MVP is viewed around baseball these days.
Yelich launches, right field, got a tip, it's gone! Just inside.
A player with breathtaking five-tool talent.
Hit, Yelich comes up throwing, throw to the plate is caught, the tag, he is out!
The antidote to the analytics epidemic overtaking baseball's front offices in the form of a near-flawless old-school swing. If I had to pick out your two least favorite words.
I know exactly where you're going right now.
Venture a guess for me?
Yeah, launch angle.
Launch angle.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
National League batting title, and that one's driven deep right field, and Christian Yelich has done it again. A two-run home run for
To
Yelich.
so many of the sabermetrics and the stat geeks, you're the outlier. So launch angle. When I say those words, what comes to your mind?
I think it's something that a lot of people misinterpret as far as how to achieve that. I think launch angle just depends on where you catch the ball. I think it has nothing to do with swinging up, swinging down. I mean, nobody is trying to hit ground balls. Like, it's just not what you're doing. Like, no one goes.
You're trying to hit line drives, right?
Well, no, you're just trying to hit. I feel like you're just trying to hit the ball hard.
Line drive, back up the middle, base hit for Christian Yelich.
What makes the long, lean, 27-year-old Milwaukee Brewers outfielder so interesting is not that he's infinitely humble or likable, or even his near Triple Crown numbers last season, a league-leading .326 average, 36 home runs, and 110 runs batted in. It's what one scout called Yelich's near 100% perfect swing, the sum total of a very specific set of parts. Show me the alignment. Walk me through your checklist.
I do it to where I think my shoulder with my heel right here, so
Okay.
it should be lined up like that instead of
Okay.
a little cocked
So you get a
sometimes.
little better
When I
view.
go bad, I'm kind of I'll be buried like this, and I'll think I'm straight. So that's why I have to do it step by step. And, you know, really the only adjustment I made during the season last year was going from a little bit probably wider to a little bit more narrow, just for balance purposes.
If you had to pick a favorite sort of stat for your year that you said that personifies who I am as a hitter.
No, I think it just.
I've got a couple if you want to listen.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, when you hit for the cycle twice in one season.
Yeah. So,
Haven't seen too many of
so
those
the thing
around.
about that game was BP got rained out that day, and we were doing flips in the cage, and I said, I'm a field hitter, and it was just a disaster in there. It was like I was fouling balls off, like in the cage, like straight back and flips. Like it was just a debacle in this cage. Sometimes when you feel like
This
that,
could be it today.
Sometimes when you feel like that, you're gonna strike out 4 times that night. That's really how bad I felt, and then it just worked out. Baseball's weird like that. Maybe the reason I hit the ball hard is because of the way I swing. You know, if I change the way I swing, maybe I'm not hitting the ball as hard anymore.
Your launch angle, 4.7 degrees, you probably know it like your phone number at this point in time, among the lowest in baseball, but you still hit 36 home runs.
Yeah.
You're confounding all these stat geeks.
The green is the pitch line. Look at his swing. Look how big that bat is in the green line. The
Yelich grew up in Southern California, not far from his Malibu home.
Nobody in my family really played baseball before I did, so it was just, you know, I played a bunch of sports. Baseball was one of them, and that's just how I did it.
The old storyline is the dad's in the backyard, he's playing catch, and he's teaching you the game, and, you know, he's a profound influence, but in so many ways, it's your mom that had the biggest influence.
Yeah.
In high school, it was Alicia Yelich who endured 9-hour days, driving her son to weekly showcase games at USC before hitting the road back home. You were a big influence in Christian's life growing up. What were the messages that you were trying to send him, both athletically and personally?
Nothing comes easy. Always have to work hard, always stay humble, always be kind, and always give back.
I think people see the end result. They see you, like, in the big leagues or professional athletes in general, and they don't realize all the work that goes on behind the scenes. They just sacrifices your parents have to make. I think they sacrifice almost as much, if not more, than we do.
Was there a player growing up that you said, well, I want to be like him, or I want to be in the big leagues because of him?
Well, my favorite player growing up was Jeter. You know, I just followed him around. It's kind of funny how everything came full circle for, you know, being a fan of him and ends up owning the team, and I get traded, that whole deal.
Yelich was 21 when he joined the Marlins.
Christian Yelich is on the move. First,
but after 5 years, he was part of a fire sale that sent Giancarlo Stanton to the Yankees and Yelich to the Brewers. How did you find out?
Just a phone call from our GM, Mike Hill.
Did you hear from Derek?
No, I never had a single conversation. Never met him. Never saw him.
You're kidding.
Around that, no.
He never called you to say, "Hey, Christian."
Nothing. You know, it's one of the things where it is where it is. They kind of had a vision, I feel like, when they took over the team and wanted to restart, which you can't really blame them, honestly.
A move's a move, but
Right.
it would be nice if you, I mean, I would think if somebody said, "Hey, thanks for everything. Played 5 great years here, and we're going to move you. We don't want to move you, or we have to move you," and a little bit of an explanation. But you're right, baseball's a business.
Yeah, and you realize that quickly.
Yelich knocks one to the gap.
Watching Yelich run the bases is like watching a nature film. And while Yelich may look like a choir boy, he's not afraid to punch you in the mouth.
There's definitely that. I have that competitive side, and it's this side of just, yeah, there's a fire when you play the game, when you're passionate about it. And I think off the field, you're pretty laid back, nice kid. But that's a side that I think a lot of people don't really know I have.
That side was on full display last fall in Game 4 against the Dodgers in the NLCS, where Manny Machado appeared to intentionally spike Brewers first baseman Jesus Aguilar.
One time's an accident, repeated over and over and over again. You're just a dirty player.
I just happened to be the one that voiced it, I guess
you
you could say,
spoke
to the
up.
media. Yeah.
And you said, and I think I'm paraphrasing here, it was a dirty play, and he's a dirty player.
Yeah. With some other stuff after that, probably.
And some other stuff after that.
We begin with that breaking news. A state of emergency in California.
Last November, in the wake of the raging Malibu fires, and a tragic mass shooting not far from his and his mother's homes, Yelich didn't hesitate to use his celebrity to help those in need, many who lost everything.
So the goal of this thing was we wanted to just keep it to stick around, you know, have this campaign, have some credibility that in times of need people know where they can go in the future.
The result, a celebrity softball game at Pepperdine University to benefit the charity California Strong. It featured the likes of Brewers teammate Ryan Braun, Adam Sandler, and Jamie Foxx, held in the shadow of the fires that nearly consumed the campus.
My mom lives just up the road in Westlake, and our family's house is up there. So we felt like a responsibility to give back to the community, and we were in a position to help. And we didn't know how we were going to do that, what was going to happen. We just wanted to do something.
This really turned into a thing, didn't it? Yeah, wow.
Christian was extraordinarily involved in this and bringing it together.
Yes, he was. It started on a group text with him and Ryan, and it's evolved into this wonderful, beautiful day here in Malibu.
It's amazing, from 4 guys to 2,500 people today.
Is that crazy? I mean,
could well raise $1 million.
Yeah, how are you not proud of that, right?
Let's go. What's going on? That's a hard shot to second.
All the accolades and publicity Yelich received post-MVP translates to one thing. His moment has arrived, and with it, more pressure to drive his Brewers one step closer to the World Series.
You can go one of 2 ways with that. I think you can shy away from it, or you can use it to drive you and prove that it wasn't a fluke.
And a shot!